Hello, this is Ken Ferrie with this week's Boots in the Field report. Welcome to the first Boots in the Field podcast for 2024. I hope this will be the year of your highest yields ever and your highest profit per acre in your career. You're going to set the New Year's goal, right? You might as well go big. Today's questions come again from the Beyond the Basics series. A grower from southwest Ontario broadcast red clover on their winter wheat in the spring. They let it grow after harvest, then they kill it in the fall and till it in. The question was, how much nitrogen can they expect from red clover next year, and when will it become available? Red clover has a 14-to-1 carbon-nitrogen ratio, which means it will decompose and recycle quicker than soybean stubble that has a 30-to-1 carbon-nitrogen ratio, meaning recycling will happen quickly in the spring when things warm up. Based on our plots, a good stand of red clover should give you between 50 and 100 pounds of N. I'd use 75 as a rule of thumb. Now they're mowing it in September, letting it grow back to late October, then spraying it to kill it and disc ripping it in later in November. The second question the grower wants to try some reduced N rates this spring to see what the red clover is supplying for next year's nitrogen. His question is, should he reduce the pre-plant 28% application that gets worked in after spraying, or should he reduce the side dress pass? Well, the answer depends on several things. How much you're already putting down in the pre-plant versus the side dress, and how much volunteer wheat or grasses are in the red clover cover. Now, it's not uncommon to have a good mixture of volunteer wheat and red clover when we interseed like that from volunteer wheat. By October, this wheat typically has some good size to it, so it's probably at that 60-to-1 or higher carbon to nitrogen ratio. Chiseling this cover in will speed up its decay, and the nitrogen in the red clover will be available earlier in the season. But if there's a lot of volunteer wheat in this mix, it will take longer to decay and will cause a large carbon penalty in the spring and could slow down next year's crop. So in either case, I would plan to pull the rate back in your side dress nitrogen. This keeps the N rate high early in the season when that crop's trying to get established and it's ready to go into that rapid growth stage. Side dress nitrogen should be N that your crop needs in July and August. I would pull in-season nitrate test before side dressing to kind of help you answer the so what question at the end. I would also recommend multiple rates in the side dress, low, medium, and high rate, so you can kind of build yourself a response curve. And one note, N plots can mess with moisture and test weight. So I recommend you using a scale cart this fall to get accurate numbers. Yield monitors do struggle in this area. A third question was about N stabilizers. And the same grower, we have done, want to know if we've done any work on using stabilizers to lower the N rate, in turn, of course, lower your input cost. Now, they have tried urease inhibitors in the past when they were applying all of their N pre-plant and working it in, but they didn't see any response, but they didn't reduce their rate. So the question is, could we reduce the rate of N with the stabilizer and cut our cost? Well, to answer this, we first must make sure we're using the right stabilizer. A urease inhibitor is used to stop urea from volatilizing off the surface. When you work your N in right away, your urea will not volatilize. Urease inhibitors are for no-tillers or people who let their surface applied N set for long periods before incorporating it. being that you're incorporating your pre-plant in, I would use a nitrification inhibitor. Ones that slow down the process of making nitrates that can leach away. In your situation, though, unless you're in highly leachable soils, it might be hard to get a financial ROI out of your spring inhibitors by lowering the N rates. Because you are splitting your N program up, different timings and different rates, and the addition of red clover, you're in a 4R format when it comes to N. Can you reduce your N rate with the use of a stabilizer? It's possible. But with today's N prices, if we take the money spent on spring stabilizers and invest it in more N, more times than not, more N wins in our plot trials. Now, if your goal is to reduce your nitrogen footprint, be safer on the environment, then using a stabilizer and lowering your N rate may give you a better true ROI, even if it doesn't give you a better financial ROI. And you guys know how we talk about our ROIs, right? Financial ROIs are what we can prove on paper as far as profit. So we have a lot of data here that says starter fertilizer has a strong financial ROI, but for some growers, the hassle of using starter is just too much and it's not worth using. And that's their true ROI. So the same case here, if stewardship of your nitrogen is what's really at the forefront for you, your true ROI may suggest that this process is better off, even if it's not financially better off. Now, in some cases, there are programs that will pay to do the same thing, helping you to bring your true ROI and your financial ROI closer together. So watching for those programs might be another way to handle this. Another reminder to everyone to get your yield map data in so we can schedule your yield map meeting. A yield map meeting will not be scheduled if we don't have the data here at the office. Yield map meeting slots are filling up, so the sooner you schedule, the more options you have. About a third of our yield map meetings are now Zoom meetings, and growers seem to really like them. You can do your yield map meeting from your computer, even if that computer is in your lap on a beach in Florida. Might check with the tax man, maybe you can deduct the trip. Don't forget to get registered for the virtual college on January 9th. It'll be a good group. We have over 250 people registered from 16 states, Canada, and Australia. Multiple groups in Canada and the US have signed up for the satellite viewing option, where they'll be watching it as a group. We will be doing live Q&A on the 9th, so bring your questions and chat them to us. For the crop tech customers, this is free. Just let the office know so we can get you registered. Those of you who attended our live events this summer automatically are registered for this event at no cost. Anyone else who wants to attend, go to our website and click on the Winter College tab to get registered. The day will be worth 6 CEU credits. I think it'll be a good day to learn about everything from carbon intensity scoring to soybean management. Looking forward to being with everyone on the 9th. To stay up to date, check out our website at croptechinc.com and subscribe to our podcast, Boots in the Field Report. Keep her safe, keep her moving.